Peace and prosperity be unto all who's listening and watching. It's your girl, Shay Miller, right? And I'm back with another video. And today, guys, I just want to remind you kindly to always remember that you're always going to have to go through something in order to get somewhere. And that, sometimes the small things may seem insignificant, but they're the most significant things of all. And that you should appreciate your process and your progress more. And that we all have something in our lives that we need to work on. Not just one aspect, but all aspects. We all come to a place where we're stuck. Not necessarily stuck, but we're at a place where we're facing something in ourselves that we're learning to have to overcome, and learning how to either we're having to get a skill or learn how to do certain things or improve a certain skill that we already have, or gain the confidence to be brave to take on certain opportunities, certain jobs, certain whatever it is that you're coming to face in your life that you either push off or haven't really took the time to, do, and that you've been longing to do, and that it's just never been the right time because you just never acted upon it, or you did, and when you got real discouraged from doing it. And it's a lot of things that we're doing that won't be in our comfort zones. It's a lot of things that isn't in your comfort zone when it comes to growth. And it's a lot that you're going to have to remember during those processes. And you're going to have to be grateful for your experiences, because ultimately these things make you who you are. It's real hard coming to these places in life where you acknowledge that you're weak in something. You're not very good, you're not skilled, you're not equipped, you don't have the certification, you're not qualified, you're either overly qualified, you're either too good in this and really poor in that. And it's really not about being perfect. It's really about improving and knowing that there's always room for improvement. And sometimes we get so stuck in our way and so stuck up in what we want. And we often forget that God helps us through it all, right? We often forget those things. And I want people to be mindful of how they treat themselves in the process of their journey, in the process of their experience, in the process during your learning. Because we're all seeds. Just because you can't see a seed doesn't mean the seed isn't growing. You won't see all progress, you won't see all results, and you won't see all the small things that you're doing. You won't see everything that you planted today tomorrow. Great things don't happen overnight, and if we're working hard on them, we have to be mindful that we're sowing seeds for our future. Now, our future is not destined to stay for tomorrow, but we're certainly working hard for something greater, for something long term, for something longevity, for something that is solid in a foundation, that's, a securing of financial wealth and financial freedom, something that we either love or are very passionate about, something that inspires and encourages on a daily basis. So when you're doing these things, you have to be reminded that the things that you're fighting for are the things that you love, right? And in order to get to a place where you can completely do these things, it requires a lot of work. It requires years of work. It requires years of work, years of studying, years of practicing, years of investing, years of consistent actions. Some things are long term, some things are short term, but no matter what, it takes a consistency of you doing it over and over again repetitiously until it becomes second nature, and it becomes a livelihood, and it becomes you live, sleep, breathe doing this, and it becomes you, because you never want to do something and it's not you. Because I wake up every morning and do the same old routine, the same old job every single day. And even if I already know what to do, second naturally, it's not me. It's not fully me. It's not a part of me. it brings out some sort of resentment in me for doing things that I definitely don't like. But then again, it brings out some gratitude in me because it allows me to invest. It allows me to, make small moves. It helps me pay my bills. Helps me eat and do the things I need to do. But it's stressful. Not stressful in the sense that I can't do it. Stressful in the sense that I feel I should be there. And that's that ego. That ego feels, that flesh you feels like there's nothing you do that could ever be enough. And then it's the spiritual you is like, you've done enough. And you're doing so much. And what you planted for the day, you just don't know the depths of how profound those things are and what those results will be for you in the future. So you don't know what the things you're doing right now. You don't know what doors, what stage, what people you're going to meet. You don't know the life that is ahead of you. You just know the things you want. You just know you got to work on it. You just know you got to invest. You just never know, though. You just never know the opportunities that may come up next year or the next few months. You just don't know who you may meet. You just don't know what may come to happen. And we just don't know. That's the thing. And the fact that we want to know and that we don't know is the biggest problem for some of us. But ultimately, all we can do is focus. Focus on what's really important to us. Fix our focus around that very thing and work really hard on it. YouTube is important because it's going to help me help so many people. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the way I help people, is not only verbally, do like teaching, motivation, expression, experience, but like talking, and it's a form of healing, but also expression. And I help people in so many ways, but as a young 25-year-old, a young woman, I'm having to learn some new ways of helping people, new ways of communicating, new ways of skills that I do not have. I do not have. And I struggle to obtain these things because there's a part of me, that inner child me, that's very detached and very shy and very off. Like the inner child me, the child that I was growing up, is very, off and watches people and can be very guarded. Because that's how I am as an adult. Because the inner child me and the child I was growing up was like, it's always been like that. So I can be very guarded. I can be very selective about people, business partners, companions, things like that, friends. I'm not the biggest on making friends at this point in life. Though I do believe I am a friend to everybody. I just don't believe everyone's a friend to me. And though I believe it's cool to help everybody, expand your knowledge so you can be more, accessible or valuable to the world and the marketplace and things like that. But, not everybody cares for you the way that you care for them. So, me being a person of no reason, my reasons will be my passion for helping people because I love helping people. But me being a person of no agenda, no motive, and no beneficial need, I'm not doing it for me. I'm doing it for the sake of people. And the fact that I love people and the fact that I love learning. And the more I learn, the more I'm willing to help more people because I can't just help people on what I know. Like what I know right now. I have to constantly expand, constantly grow, constantly improve in order to keep helping more people. So I want you guys to be mindful that, the seed that you planted is growing. It's getting its soil. It's got its soil. It's got its water. It's getting its sun. And just because you can't see the seed grow, its roots get founded in the soil of the earth, structured. Just because you don't see the seed grow doesn't mean it isn't growing. And we all are just seeds to a harvest, and some harvests yet grown. we're yet in the season to grow in some aspects, and then some people are in aspects, and we can't look to other people's blessings. We have to focus on our own. So remember, there's times in your life where things are going to be so easy to learn, especially if it's like something that you're good at and you're skilled for. And you have the trade or the ability, or that's like something you're very talented in. You're gonna have times in your life where it's so easy to learn some things, and then you're gonna have some times in your life where you struggle and it sucks, and like it's hard to learn particular things, and it's not easy. But you gotta give yourself credit. You have to give yourself credit. Because ultimately, if you're doing your best, then that's important. That's really what's important. And we can't focus so much on the facts that we're not there yet. We have to focus on the fact that we're growing, and that we're getting through the process. And that what we become after all this progress and process will be so much beautiful, because who we're becoming is so much more profound than who we are and what we're doing. Because what we're doing is great. Yeah, massive actions every day, consistently doing it. That's the most beautiful thing that you can do for now. But who you're becoming is so profound and so extraordinary to your success, your future, your livelihood. I want you guys to write 5 things that you're grateful for on paper every single day for the rest of the year, for the rest of your life. Wake up every day, write 5 things that you're grateful for. I want you guys to find ways to find more gratitude and more appreciation for yourselves. Peace, love, and happiness. I hope you guys have an abundant day. Anything you need to know about me would be in the description box below. If you like this content, subscribe, share, and like. Love you guys.